प्यारा रे मोरी प्यारा रे मोरी गुइया प्यारा रे मोरी प्यारा रे मोरी गुइया प्यारा
Hello, guys. This is Sachin, founder of S2 Data Systems and Hello Voice. Again, back on the day 3 of the stream, where we are building up a data engineering product where the data modelers and data engineers can come in and define what kind of data model they need in a natural language, and then once they provide all that information, they are up with a basic dbt structure as well as a full blown data model with seed data present for them, which they can directly deploy on their data warehouses or any kind of database systems, whether it's Snowflake, Redis, Redshift, and any kind of other data warehouse as well. Okay, so we are building up this product live using vibe coding tools like Claude and everything, right? So that's our target. So we will proceed ahead today. Okay, so we have been on the day 3 now, where we are actually trying to build this product from scratch itself. Okay, so let's proceed ahead. So I'll also showcase you what have we achieved till date and how are we progressing on the product development. Okay, so let's start with this. Make sure to hit like and subscribe the channel, and try to share the stream as well if you like the stream. And also it will be great if you can provide your comments, like what all topics do you want me to cover ahead in the streams, as well as if you are liking and loving the streams, do make sure to hit like and subscribe and like the stream as well. Let's go. Okay, let's move ahead. Yeah, let me just reload the screen. Okay, right now it's not running. Let's try to run this. Okay, it's saying make dev. Okay, let me run this. It's make dev. Okay, it is already in use. Okay, 8000 is already running, I believe. Let me go to the dashboard. Let me just shut down everything for now. We will just start everything again. Okay. Okay, it's still saying address already in use. Okay, let me kill this, pass this to Docker itself. Okay, so basically already I believe the process is running on port 8000, so it will just kill it. Okay, let me run this. Kill 6625. Okay, so basically you can also run commands as well to find out lsof, like lsof -i and then port 8000. So you can put it like this, so you will find like which process is running on that particular port, so that you can kill that processor. Okay, let's run kill -9 so that it's a termination of the process. Okay, now the process is done. Now let's run make dev. Okay, my Docker is stopped. Go to dashboard. Yes, it's running now. So let's now hit localhost 3000. It's still not running. Okay, what's the issue with this? And though the container is running, let's see. Open the Docker desktop and then make dev Docker desktop is running. Yeah, Docker desktop is running actually. Not sure what the issue is. Okay, let's quit the Docker desktop completely and then try to log in again. Sometime it happens with the Docker piece, so let's try that out. And then it's not letting me to quit. Why is that so? Let me stop everything. Why is it not stopping? What's the issue? Okay, let me hard shut down it. There is, I guess, some issue with Docker. Okay, now I have done the force quit. So let's try now again. Let me open Docker desktop. Skip. Okay. Why is this one still running? Stop. Everything has been stopped. Now let me try to run make dev. Okay. Okay, it's still saying address already in use. Why is that so? Okay, it's saying let's just see. Okay, it's saying internal server error. What's the issue? Okay. Why is it not running? Go to dashboard. Okay, this is the 3001, right? So let's see the logs of this. Okay. Missing publishable key. Okay. It's not able to find the clerk key. Is it because of that? Okay, let's pass this to Claude itself, because I remember I had put the key for clerk, but let it find it out. Picking up this, let me check the Docker compose. Okay, maybe it was not picking up properly. Okay, I believe, let me try to run this again. Okay. So clerk is basically the the authentication piece that we are using within our app. So for that we have set up clerk. Okay. So I believe now it should work. Yep, it's up and running. Okay, so till now we have created up a website which talks about what the product does. Okay, so it talks about like what exactly are we trying to achieve over here. Okay, and then we also define see how it works as well. Okay, and then post that everything is described over here, and then we have this sign in page. Okay, so once we click sign in, so this is the basically the sign in part which opens up for the clerk part. Okay, so let me also open clerk dashboard. Okay, where we can also see the users which have been created till now. Okay, so like I was just testing it out with my own user, so you can see my user is getting registered over here. Okay, then you can also have organizations, and then you have logs, everything. Okay, so we have everything here, and then it's good. So this is just a test API account that we are using to integrate with Clerk. Okay. So basically, we are handling like basically transferring the, I'll say, the authentication piece to Clerk itself, so that we don't need to manage the JWT authentication and all the tokens. Okay. So this can manage all the tokens itself, as well as we can have the social logins as well directly integrated within our application like Google and LinkedIn. Okay. So this is good for us for now, and also it provides pretty good security as well for us. Okay, so let's move little bit more. Okay, so let me just refresh it. So if I click continue with Google, okay, so let me just log it into the platform. Okay, so this is how the platform is till now, which we have created. Okay, so we have this nav bar, and then we have the bottom as well defined properly, and then we have all these projects. Okay, so then we have the new project. Okay, projects, settings. Okay, so let's do one thing. So should we start working directly on the internal piece, or I was thinking let's go to the website itself and let's try to start building up this thing. Okay, so let me just sign out. So if this is off data AI, okay, so let's try to improve little bit the website piece. Okay, so then okay, let's do one thing. Let's move inside and we'll start implementing the actual piece inside. Okay, because that is like the crux of our application. So let's start implementing that. Okay, so we have this project piece. Okay, so first of all, whenever we create a new project, so this should be linked to the user ID that the user is working on. Okay, so let's pass this over here. Let me make it small so that we get it on real time. Okay, so let's work. Okay, then create. Okay, so should we try something like Whisper for like speaking, and then providing text over here? Let's try that out. Okay, speech to text for Claude. Okay, let's search. Okay, we have this voice dictation. Okay, we have this slash voice. Let's try. Okay, we have this allow. Okay, this is good for us. Yeah. Okay, let's start. Okay, why is more hold space to record dictation language in? Okay. Hello. So basically I am into the new project page, and whenever I click on a new project, so it should actually create up a new project tagged to that particular email ID of the person who is logged in right now, and this should be maintained within the database table, so that later on if we want to track every project we can do that. Okay, so this is pretty good. So we'll speak everything now. Okay, so we have the new project. Okay, so now it's actually identifying all the code itself. Okay, Okay, let's also try to parallelly improve the website as well. Let me open the localhost 3000. Okay, I guess we are logged in now, so let me open this on a incognito window. Localhost 3000. Okay. So this is our website, right? So start building for free. It gives you the sign up page. This is good. Okay, so why is it actually redirecting to projects if new? So why is it okay? Basically start building for free. Okay. Start building for free pay, like the button on the main website page redirects to the sign in page. Instead it should go to the sign up page. Okay, let's see. Okay, till the time we will just see what is happening on this side. Okay. Okay, let's progress. Okay, build is clean. Here what was done, backend add user email. Okay, add user ID and user email. Okay. Also make sure whenever we are actually setting up the project or running the backend first time, it should automatically create schemas, and if schemas already exist, like the table and the schemas already exist, so it should not do anything. Okay, so this looks good. Okay, done 3 change, sign up. Okay, so what is that it has done is, let me just refresh. Okay, now still start building free button. Okay, hero, change the 3 links to sign up. Okay, why is it still okay? It's running inside Docker, right? So we need to rebuild the Docker container itself. So that's the problem. Okay, then the father starts during startup. Okay, so it creates all schema by default. Okay. Okay. So let's create one more plot. Can you tell me how to run the backend and the front end separately so that we don't have to run this using Docker? Okay, how to run this? Okay, terminal 2, terminal 3. Okay, this is already running, right? So database and Postgres, like we can keep that running. Only the API and web piece we can run separately. Okay, so that we don't have to build the Docker containers again and again to just to check the changes. So we will do it like that. Okay, so let's see if it has created any tables yet. No. Right, so let's do one thing. Let me just go to the Docker and let me just stop the front end. Okay, this we will stop these two containers basically. API and web, let's stop. Okay, so now we have the DB and min.io running, so I'll run these separately. Okay, UV run, this command we will run. Okay, for the backend, let's copy this. Okay, so let's run it over here. Okay, so the backend is running fine for us now. Okay, let me also run the front end as well. Where is the front end? Okay, pnpm web dev. Okay, okay, npm, it should be, I guess, npm. No. Okay, request pinned. Okay, you need pnpm, won't understand. Okay, you have both back. Okay, let's try to activate this command. Okay, it's saying permission denied. Let's run it with sudo. Okay, this is done. So now let's try to run pnp install. Okay, this is done. Now let's run pnpm filter dev. Okay, I guess now it should run. Yes. Okay, there is an issue. Okay, there is already, I guess, process running, that's why. Let's run now. Okay, now I guess it should run with the local host. Is it running? Yeah, it's running. Development instances have strict. Okay, this is good now, so we can now actually see the the real-time changes. We don't need to build the Docker container every time. This is good for us. Okay, this is good. So we have the front end and the back end running as separate processes itself. So now let me just see this, what this issue is. Quickly share it with Claude so that we don't have this as well. Okay, yes to all. Okay, I guess we are good with this. So let me also go back to the localhost 3000. Okay, let me check if it has changed the links as well or not. Start building free. Okay, so now it's taking us to the sign up page. This looks good. Okay, see how it works. Okay, let's talk. Uh, can you improve the see how it works part so that a user can actually click on the buttons and actually try to traverse through the tool from the on the website itself, and the user can get much more kind of a feel of how the overall platform would be working. Okay, so let's do that. So this is a pretty good feature actually. Within Claude itself, it provides voice commands as well, where you can actually define everything with using voice, and you don't have to type everything. So it makes the development pretty fast as well. Okay, so let me close this one, terminal. So now we have this one done. This okay. So I guess now we should have the table as well. Okay, let's refresh. Yeah, we have the tables, right? So let's see, we have the artifact type, generation runs, interview messages, higher versions, projects. Yeah, we are pretty good with this. Okay, created at, updated at. Okay, this is good. Okay, let's test this part as well. Okay, so like creation of the project, new project. Okay, what should we do? Test platform. Okay, let's or like we can give like platform for general insurance. Okay, okay, like we run an insurance company. Okay, so let's put it like this. We are just testing it out. Okay, whether it's able to create a project or not. Okay, this is good. Let's also check the database as well, if we have the project created or not. Okay, yeah, this is working fine. Yeah, we have the project as well as updation. Okay, status is also draft, Kimball. Okay, seed data and then export. This is fine. So I won't like it to be like a completely question and answer kind of a system. I'm thinking of like an agent talking to you and trying to extract information. Okay, so that it's like once you create a project, so it actually starts the conversations with you, and then post the conversations are done, then we can have all the things like ERDDDL, seed data and export part. Okay, also I don't think like you should give a project ID over here. It should be like a project name, exactly, right? Because it's not a good practice to showcase a project ID to the users. So now I guess this is pretty decent for now. Okay, within the project name. Okay, outside is showing project. Okay, within project it's showing the project ID. Okay, I'll change this as well. Even if we don't show it over here, that is also perfectly fine, because anyhow we are showcasing it like platform for general insurance. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead to what 4 step. Okay, it has also made changes to the website piece as well. So let's see how it works. What has it done? uh, okay, this is okay. Yeah, this looks actually good. Here we are checking everything, right? Foreign grain consistent across tables. Okay. Yeah, this looks exactly what I was looking out for. We have the DBT model and everything together put up in place. Yes. Okay. So let's restart. Okay, yeah, this is nice. Okay. Okay, this looks nice. So I'll move ahead over here. Okay. Yeah, so let's do the projects, and then once we are inside the project, okay. So once we are inside the project and we have clicked one of the projects, then it should not directly show like ERD data export. There should be an agent which should start interviewing the person about the information, like what kind of data model the user wants to build, what are the entities and relationships that need to be defined between the tables, and also like if any kind of SCD1 SCD2 needs to be defined within the tables, and whether the system is like an OLTP or OLAP kind of a system, and then all the detailed information about creating a data warehouse and the best practices that are needed to create a data warehouse. We should question the user about all those things. Okay, till the time we will review the. Okay, so when we click on see how it works, it doesn't take us to that section. So let's also make change to that. So when I click the see how it works button on the main page, it doesn't take me to the how it works section. So once I click on that, it should take me to directly to that section itself. Okay, that's not detecting audio. Let me try again. So when I click see how it works button on the main page, it does not take me to the how it works section. So once I click on it, it should directly take me to that section. Okay, it's not detecting my input suddenly. Okay, let me try to type it. Okay. That involves the user to everything they listed and more. Okay, so it has implemented something. Let's see. There is interview section. Okay. Okay. Can you also check the plan.md file as well if this particular system aligns completely with whatever we have created in the plan.md, where we are actually trying to create the models for the users? Okay, this one is done. Yeah, this is now fine. Yes, this looks good. For now, it's fine. We'll keep on making changes to it. Okay. Okay. What it's saying. Okay, short directionally aligned with phase 4, but a handful of other districts, mostly small vocabulary mismatches plus 2 structural issues worth. Okay, live that interview matches. Okay, chat UI with Q&A turns plus I matches phase 4 if these program synthesis routes to. Okay, flow landing point. Relationships all about. Okay, where it replicates fields already captured in. Okay, this is good. Start applying all the fixes as well as include DuckDB as well for the target databases. So you would like to have DuckDB as well. Okay, so it's a powerful engine. Let's try to put some screenshots as well on the product article. Okay, what is it? The product section. On the product section on the website, try to put some screenshots as well, like creation of end-to-end screenshots. It's not detecting my. Okay. Let me kill that terminal. Let me start a new one. In the product section, uh, basically try to put up screenshots as well for everything, right? So right now for each section there is no image at all. Try to create some images or workflows like showcasing how the product would be working. Okay, so it has done few things. Okay, what it does, the sort of DB shows as a target. Okay, all the pre-seeds from the project icon now fetches on mount and just okay, this is fine. So what this does is welcome. I'm starting. I have your starting brief. Okay, this is good. Domain where we run an insurance company. Okay, this is primary transactional one or OLTP hybrid. Okay, got it. So let's okay, OLAP, OLTP. Okay, let's group your entities into subject life cycle. Okay. So right now it's asking everything from me, correct? So why would a data modeler define everything on their like if they have to define everything, then I guess we'll have to think something. Okay. So like we can list a few entities for them. Okay. So let's think of it. Okay. So yeah. Mm, okay. So let me open the cursor. I have the cursor subscription. Okay. I'll try to connect this with cursor instead of you know the Cloud API. Okay. For now. Okay, I have the key ready for me, but let me just do one thing first. So right now the questions that we have put up to the user, right? So these are like hard coded questions, and these are not like LLM based questions which LLM can dig down deeper into the the domain itself, right? And the LLM should have such skills where the LLM should be able to ask questions on how to, create up a data warehouse or data model for that particular kind of domain itself. I have cursor key ready with me, so can you, instead of Claude code, try to integrate cursor key in this project? Okay, so it's saying cursor does not expose referring to, okay, and these are not like LLM based, which, okay, before I round trip I need, okay, that you can call from their public surface is the ID itself, okay, the cursor CLI and the background agents API designed for embedding, okay. When it comes to Anthropic SDK with Claude Sonnet 4.5 IQ, that's the natural fit for what's an LLM that streams clarifying scores and goes deeper into the fair, okay. Make sure I understand the cursor key means cursor background APIs. I have the integration user API key, okay. So let's click on, I have the cursor user API key under integrations, okay. Okay, let it try to search for it if we have something. Because I have the Cursor Pro subscription as well for 1 year, so let's see if anyhow we can use it. Okay, there is no chat completion API. Okay, bring your own key. That's let you paste keys from. Okay, I guess. Okay, this is with CRSR. This is a. It starts with CRSR. Underscore. that grants access to headless cursor agent CLI. Okay, cursor background agents API. It's not a chat computer. There's no way to send it. Okay, it's okay. So I guess then this would not work. So let me create a anthropic key itself. Let me create that on other screen. Okay, I have one key. Let me create one key for off data AI. Okay, so I've just created this key. Okay, there is one nv.local file, right? Dot local file. Should I put the key over there? Either one is read by Next.js. Okay, SDK runs in the fast area. Okay, got it. Okay, let's create a API key. Again, we will ignore to the pattern matches. Okay, create, where is it, API, and then we have to create .env file here. Okay, we will need to name it as .env. So I'll just open this file in my other screen. Okay, so that it's not visible to everyone. Okay, this is fine, and I'll use it like this, equal to Control S. Okay, so I have just put up the env as well, like the file itself. Okay, let me save it, and then let me try to run. Okay, now let me turn the backend off and let me try to run the backend again. Okay, I'm inside API itself, so let me run this directly. Okay, I have plugged in the API key. Now can you try to make changes to the interview part and check if we are able to use the Anthropic API key. Also, do not show the key on console. Okay. So sometime what the Anthropic does is like it also shows the key on the console itself, so we don't want that. Okay, let me just close this. Okay. Okay. Okay, for ERD diagrams creation, which tool should we use? Let's research a little bit. What are free best tools with APIs, right? Because we anyhow would be creating the diagrams using APIs itself. Best tool with APIs which can generate good DB diagrams, right? DB ERD diagrams. Diagrams. Okay. Or I guess we have the React flow, right? So we can also use that, right? We have, I remember we had that dependency of React flow itself within our application, so we'll try to leverage that. So I know this one DB diagram, this is pretty good, but this is already a tool, right? So why to integrate a tool itself within a tool? We'll try to build something. Okay. Okay. Advanced. Got it. Do we have dependency for React? Okay, it's not picking up my audio. I don't know why. What happens sometimes? Do we have dependency of React Flow as well in front end? As we want to generate ERD diagrams as well. So I would like to use React Flow to generate the ERD diagrams, which gives great look and feel, right? Let's check it out. Okay, so what is there? It has implemented. Okay, it's a new file. Okay, plan MD, plan targeting per plan. What I'm okay. Okay. User message can prevent the history stars. Okay. IQ for the first question will otherwise return the existing conversation. Okay, this is good. Okay, so let's little bit see how it's exactly doing the interview. Okay, we'll try to. Okay, thanks for sharing that you run and enjoy. Okay, it has taken the context, right? So whatever we decided while creating the project itself. Okay, thanks for sharing. Okay, to design Kimball approach, I need to understand the shape of the organ. Is your data used for analytical or that, or a blend of both? Okay. Mainly, do operational systems need live answer queries? Okay. Let's try to create a warehouse, right? Okay. It's an OLAP system. Okay. Okay, it's an OLTP. Okay. So OLTP system where I have users data in Oracle, and then I have real-time clicks data performed by user in ClickHouse. Okay, so well, I'm just putting up a random use case. Okay, by user in ClickHouse, and I need to define a data model together for both the data once these would land in Snowflake. Okay, let's try to send answer. We're building a data slow that okay, Oracle in the okay, this is good. Focus on the core. Can you describe what users are in your insurance business? Are the customers taking out policies issue or both? Okay, by numeric ID. Okay, this is good. So it's asking exactly the details. Okay, identity file. Okay, what the agent listens for? Grain of fact tables. Okay, the single most. Got it. Okay, so and how is the user? So can you decide what users in use are the customer? Okay, so I guess with typing, I also want to give it like a speech to text as well. Okay, so we have the Cartesia grant basically, right? So within S2 data systems, so we have this Hello Voice product in which we do a lot of real time speech to text and text to speech, right? So for that we actually got the grant from Cartesia itself, and we have the capability of doing the speech to text and text to speech on real time basis. So we can leverage that within this product itself as well. Okay, so let's try to put that feature as well. Okay. Okay, but for now let's just use this, but we will keep in mind that we need to put speech to text feature as well over it, because every time I guess I feel the user might become lazy while typing the the each and every aspect of the data model. So can you decide what users are in your insurance? Okay, specifically, are the customers taking out policies insurance? It's the customers are both. Okay, these are users are both, and each user is uniquely identified by user ID and email and policy number, right? So this is how generally we identify a unique user within insurance domain. Okay. Okay, this is good. Since these are composite business skills, I need to clarify. You can have a single user have multiple policies. Oh, nice. So now it's actually working according to what we need. So it's asking everything in detail, right? So like, can a user have multiple policy numbers as well, right? Or multiple users share an email, correct? It might be for failure. This shapes how we handle. This is good. This is good. Yeah. So there would be many to many relationships, right? Take the best practices, okay, from the industry, from the industry, from the from the insurance industry itself, right? So later on what we will do is we will create up a knowledge base for different industries, and so that the agent can refer to those while bringing up all the information. Yeah, customer typically has multiple plan policy, often have multiple insured. Okay, let me okay, extreme data, what types of user. This is nice. Okay, I'll just copy this from here only. Along with claim submissions. Okay, now I need to understand time dimension. Is each click when time stamp, or do we need to retain the full history of user behavior? Okay, can you read it? Yes. Okay, let's keep on moving ahead. Let's see till what time does it interview me. Now let's look at the compliance in this lesson. So yeah, this is nice. So it's now talking about the PII data as well, right? So this is how we want to actually go ahead and by create a data model in such a way that it's following the best practices as well, where we are identifying the PII data, right? And GDPR compliances and everything, right? So this is how we actually build up a data model in production. Okay, this is good. Yes, all of these. Let's see what it does. Clear your handling. Okay, the building. Okay, now for user dimension, which attributes. Okay, now it's talking about SCD and SCD1, SCD2. Yes, that's correct. Okay, let's move ahead and just testing this out. Like at what level is it interviewing the user? Yes, SCD2. Okay, all analytical purposes, right? So basically SCD2 will also let us know the history, right? When the actual value changed. So in that way we'll be able to do some analytics on top of the data. Need to be a model, example, policy, claims. Oh, nice. Right. Okay. So now it's actually asking about the survivorship kind of rules, right? So where it's asking, suppose you have the Oracle and the ClickHouse, right? Both might be having some kind of a user data. So which will like take the precedence? So it's talking about that, right? So it's like an MDN thing that it's trying to ask. Okay, do you have primary source? So primary source would be Oracle, and that would take precedence. Okay, so it's actually pretty good. Nice. Yes. This is nice. Okay. Inform, does each policy belong to one user, own a single? Yes, that's right. That's correct. Okay. Okay, clarifying, you said yes, that's correct, but I asked two separately. Let me narrow it. Okay, can you single policy be owned by multiple users? Yes, single policy. Yes, single policy owned by multiple users. And can single claim span? Yes. Yes, single claim can span to multiple policies. Okay, this is nice. Actually, this is working pretty good. Like just like a data modeler itself. And I will like create that. Or do you want the warehouse to manage those? I want warehouse to manage those. Okay, to manage those. Okay. For a Kimball model, which one will be largest factor? Oh, nice. Okay, claims now policy. Policy fact. Okay. Yes. Yes, both for. Yes, for both. I'm just testing it out. So I'm just putting all the information. Yes, fact table, click events. Click events. And yes, we should track. Okay. Okay, now once I click generate now, it should actually, go ahead and generate everything. Okay. This is nice. It asked me like a very extensive data model exactly. Okay. How the data model should be built up. Nice. Okay, this is good. Okay, this is one of the issues. So, like, once we are done, it's not allowing us to move further ahead. Okay, you will see this. Yeah. Okay, I guess this is pretty good for today. We are able to achieve, right? So, create up a agent itself, which actually asks everything in detail, like how a data modeler should ask things to the users, right? While building up a data model. So this is pretty extensive. So tomorrow we'll try to start building up few other things like the ERD, DDL, seed data and export part, and we will also look up like once the agent has completed all the information, right? So all this chat should also be stored into a DB. So let me just check it out whether it's going into the DB or not. So within, I guess, interview messages it should go, but yeah, it's going. This is good, exactly. So this is for project ID. Yeah, it's mapping against the project ID, then asking user agent, right? So everything is going inside the DB as well. So this is good. Okay. So what else do we have? Generation runs. Okay. This is nothing yet, and this should be also empty. IR version should be also empty. Yeah. So I guess within projects it's going fine, and the interview messages are also going fine. Okay. So tomorrow we will move ahead with building up the rest of the parts of data. Till now it's going pretty good. So thank you guys for joining the stream today. So I'll be ending up the stream today here, and see you tomorrow again. We'll continue with day 4 to $1 lakh, which is our target, by building this application and launching this application for data modelers and data engineers. See you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye.